What's up, YouTube? It's been a while since I've been able to update progress on Promise, my 2001 Camaro SS with the LS1 motor in it. So I'm going to give you an update on it. But before I get to that, really quick, I just want to say that right now the country is in the midst, as we should all know by now, of a crisis. And it's a health crisis, it's a financial crisis, it's emotional crisis. There's a lot going on right now. So for those of you of the faith, like I am a Christian, a Baptist preacher in fact, and I would say to those who have that faith, trust in God, believe in Him, trust Him. He is sovereign and He can do all things, and He is in total control. The Bible tells us in Psalms 91 that 1,000 may fall to your left, another 10,000 to your right, but you will walk away unscathed. So I'm going to stand on the promises that God has already made for me. For as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So stand strong. For those who have whatever faith they have, stand on it. For those that are just going on their own day by day in their own strength, I pray that you would have the strength and the fortitude to get through this as well. This is not easy for anyone, especially those who will have to endure not only health crises but financial burdens, childcare burdens. This is hard on so many different levels that we need to be aware of. Okay. I was about to show you what was going on in the progress we've had so far with the Camaro. And I will show it. Life must go on. But in the midst of getting ready to show you where we are, I got a phone call from my wife, and she let me know that a friend of hers, brother, just passed from the coronavirus. So let me tell you, this thing is serious. It's nothing to play with. We need to be diligent and cautious. We don't know. We are discovering new things every day about this virus. Initially, we thought it was something that really only affected old people in a dramatic way. We're finding out now that you don't have to be too old to get extremely sick from this virus. So let's be careful. All right, now I'm going to show you where we are so far in the progress of the Camaro. Okay, so here's the list of things that we have intended for Promise. The short shifter, that's on order. That's actually should be here in a few days. Soundproofing is done. The carpet has finally arrived, has not been installed yet. The seats, I have test fitted the seats. You'll see in this video. I have some of the seats in. And they're not installed, obviously, because I have to put the carpet in, but I did install it temporarily. I mocked it up, what we call mocking it up. I mocked it up so that we can make sure that they fit properly. Cam kit, haven't gotten yet. However, I did get some headers. I'll show you that shortly. That's not going to be in this video. That will be in another video. I have not gotten a rear end yet. Emergency brake cable was all previously done. Fixed the signal lights, that was done. We haven't gotten any shocks or struts yet. Have not cut the springs yet because I'm not sure how the headers will lie. And we did take care of all codes. There are no codes showing right now. So that's the progress we've gotten so far. And you can see I have some speakers which are not on this list. But I put speakers and woofers in the car. We're going to keep the existing stereo. And that's the progress we have so far. So stay tuned. Like and subscribe is what you're supposed to say as a YouTuber. I'm a neophyte at this. So stick with me. And we're going to get better as we go along. Peace out. Okay, YouTube. So we have a few more issues. As you can see, there's no interior in this vehicle right now. But we also have issues with the windows. The windows do not operate very well. It's barely moving. getting stuck. I assume it's the motor. It may not be, but I'm going to change them anyway since they're cheap enough. Guess I'll start with the passenger window since that's the one that's operating the least. We'll see what happens. So in order to get to the rivets that are holding the motor in place, I had to drill 3 holes. One here, and one here. It allows me to get to the rivets, punch them out, and disconnect the stock window motor. Okay folks, so I do apologize for not giving you the step-by-step on how I did this, but basically you drill 3 holes. This one was incorrect, but 1, 2, 3. You punch out the rivets, the motor drops out. You make sure you secure the window before you do that. Hold the window up with either a C-clamp or some clamps over here, over there. Clamp them on. And a method such as this, just to keep it from falling. Another clamp over here. Should be enough. And then you go about drilling your holes, punching out the rivets or drilling out the rivets, and then putting the other motor in with new clamps. Here is the old motor. What I will do, to be fair to the people that actually helped me, is put a link below to the YouTube guys that actually did a step-by-step and showed how this was actually done. So what I will do is put a link so that you can see it. Basically what I'm doing is just showing you the progress on the car so far. So yes, it is working. Windows working. To God be the glory. It's all done. Okay, so when changing the window motor, we also have to remove the speaker. Since I'm removing the speakers, I guess I'm going to just put new speakers in. These are pretty shabby. Alright, well, since we have a little delay in getting the carpet in and the sound deadening in even, I decided to change the speakers. This is the new speaker that we have now. It's now a Hertz speaker, replacing the Kenwoods that were in there. And I replaced the 2 in the door panels. I'm going to replace the 2 in the back, and I'm also replacing the subwoofer, which goes here. Replace the factory subwoofers, which were blown. Okay, that's what the factory looks like. I will show you what the non-factory looks like in a few minutes. Scar woofers, reasonably priced. They have some weight to them. Let's take a look and see what they look like. Okay, let's see. Get these things open. Not bad. Pretty cute looking. Hard to do this with one hand. Hold on. Okay, YouTube. So I was waiting for delivery of some wire connectors that I ordered so I could finish wiring this up, but I'm not going to wait for that. I'm just going to solder these wires together, put this together so I can just pop it in the car and be done with it. and I have the entire house to myself and our kitchen counter. Please don't tell my wife, but a man's got to do what a man's got to do. Peace. For the record, honey, I'm actually going to do it on the dining room table. The contrast of the table and the speaker makes it easier for me to do. I don't know if that's any better, but love you, honey. Bye. I'm going to take this piece off and reuse it and solder it to other wire. Quite possible. Let's see what happens. There comes times of desperation. My soldering iron not worth crap, so it's what we're going to have to do. Pray for me. Well, subwoofers are installed. The front speakers are installed. I still have to install the rear speakers. So far pretty good. I just have to install the front speakers and back speakers. But the subwoofers they barely fit. They actually didn't fit. If you can see, there's a space there. Yeah, good enough for me for now. I'm not an audio snob. As long as I have decent music, I'm okay. Considering this is only 2 speakers and 2 subs, and I still have 2 speakers to put in, I'm okay. Okay, so here we go, a little at a time. The sound deadening is in. Got pretty good coverage. I think this should do the job. Okay, so here we have a successful test fitting of the seats. These are not the most expensive seats. Then again, this is not the most expensive car. So they're adequate for what we need. I need to lose a little weight for them to feel perfect. But I'm okay with where we are right now. It's the latest update. Talk to you soon.